Alright, so let's take a look now at how to create seamless texture maps. This first example or method that I want to show you, I entitled method number 1. Alright, first thing that I want you to do, of course, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to open up Adobe Photoshop. I'm using Adobe Photoshop CS3. This, of course, is not the latest version. You don't need the latest version. I believe the latest version right now is CS 5.1. Alright, but this will do. Alright, first thing I want you to do is I want you to open up a file entitled brickround0039-1-M. Okay, so this is an image that I downloaded from the website cgtextures.com. Great little website. You register online and there's thousands of texture maps similar to this one here that you can use. Again, great resource for texture maps. The next thing that I want you to do is we're going to need to crop this image so that it is a square, a perfect square. Okay, so what I want to do is let's go to our rectangle marquee tool. This enables me to select rectangular areas. Alright, and what I want to do is I simply want to, and it doesn't really matter exactly where you start, I'm going to start at this top corner right here, and I'm simply going to, now I need to make sure that I press my shift button so that I am selecting a square area. So again, it will stretch. You can see that I'm creating, I got my finger on the left mouse button, I'm picking down, and I'm also holding the control button down, and you can see that I'm creating a rectangular, more specifically, sorry, a square, okay, area. So let's say I make it like that. I'll let go of my mouse. Okay, I'll let go of my control button. There we go. I've just selected a rectangle, or sorry, a square area, and then I'm simply going to crop it. Okay, so I'm going to go under Image, Crop. So there we go. We have a perfect squared area. Alright, now the next step that I want to do is I want to check the image size. Okay, so once I've cropped the area, I'm going to check the image size. So I'm going to go to my image, okay, image size. Okay, and you'll see right here that the image size is, okay, in this case it's almost 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change that to something very small. Now this one here should be 72 pixels per inch. I'm going to put this at inches. Okay, everything looks good. This is pretty high. I'm going to change this to 150 by 150 pixels. Okay, I'll click OK. I'm going to zoom into there. Okay, actually that's not a very good quality. I'm going to undo that. Okay, so I just undid that. Let me again zoom out. Okay, so just like that. Alright, this is actually a pretty high-end resolution, so I'm going to change my image size. Please ignore the 150 by 150. I'm going to go 900 by 900. Okay, so I'm just rounding it off just because we're going to have to do some math here. So it's easier to just round off the numbers here. Okay, so 900 by 900. There we go. Okay, and then the next step that we need to do is we need to use what is known as the offset tool. Okay, and the offset tool, what I'm going to do is we set it at 900 by 900. Maybe I could have even done it at, okay, sorry, let's do it at 1,000 by 1,000. Okay, so there we are, no problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to offset this. I'm going to adjust the offset. So this was a typo. This should have been a 1,000 by 1,000. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to adjust its offset both horizontally and vertically by half the pixel size. Okay, so remember it was 1,000 by 1,000. I'm now going to offset it 500 on both sides. So I'm going to go to the filter tool. I'm going to go to other, and I'm going to go to offset. And again, here I want to put 500 by 500. Okay, so what it's essentially doing is it's moving the image 500 units pixels to the right and 500 pixels up, and it's wrapping it. You can see here it's wrapping it around this square. So you can actually see that this line here used to be way over here, but we've simply offset it this way, and then this used to be down at the bottom, and we've offset it up. So you could really see here, here's the problem. See these seams that we have here? We need to eliminate those seams. Now before we do that, you can actually see now the nice thing about this image after we remove these seams. If you take a look at this brick right here, this brick continues on this side. Okay, you can see this brick here continues on this side, so that when we butt this together, okay, it's going to be seamless. Okay, when I copy this file over to this side, again, it's going to be seamless. Same holds true for the top and bottom. Alright, you can see that this brick here, if it went further down, you could actually see it right up here. Okay, so the edges are our main concern, and they are done properly right now because we've offset it, but we now need to fix this. Okay, all these seams right here, and we're going to fix these seams by using the patch tool. Okay, the patch tool is a really great tool to use, okay, in order for us to remove some of these. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Here is the patch tool right here. Okay, if you don't see it, you might have a different tool open right now. Okay, you might have a tool in there, so look for the patch tool. Okay, there might be other tools in there that may be currently picked, so please make sure to expand that to find the patch tool. Alright, now that I have the patch tool on, what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to, again, let's go to my patch tool. I'm simply going to select the area where where I need to get rid of the seam. Okay, so for instance, I'm going to go ahead. I'm dragging my mouse. Okay, I'm going to start by getting rid of just this small area right here. Okay, so once I've patched it, look what I can do. Okay, I'm simply going to drag, and I'm going to find somewhere in my drawing, preferably not on top of the patched area, that may look very good in this space. Okay, so maybe something like that might be a good patched area. Okay, so there we go, and you can see, alright, after I deselect that area, you can see, okay, that straight line that was the seam is no longer there. Now, I could keep playing around with this. I don't have to be too exact, but again, you can see that there's an area right here. Let's do that small area first. I can drag and I can find. Okay, I'm just simply trying to find something that may fit. Okay, maybe something like that. Alright, I'll go ahead and deselect that area. Alright, so I'm starting to slowly lose these areas. Let's go again to our patch. I'm going to do this. Okay, this one here, you can see there's one right along here. There's a seam. Okay, this one's actually pretty good. It's very difficult to find, but still, again, I'm going to try to find something that's going to fit in that spot. Okay, maybe like that. Alright, I'm going to deselect. There we go. Alright, so I'm really losing. Okay, again, I've got some more areas down here. Alright, and I'm really starting to lose all these straight. Okay, something like that. Right there, maybe. That looks good. Alright, I'm really starting to lose Okay, that seam. Now that one looks a little odd, but again, you know what I'm trying to do here. There's one more. I'll just do this one. Alright, I'll drag up. I'll try to find one for this. Oh, there's a good one. Right there. Alright, and I'll deselect. There we go. Alright, so not a bad job. Alright, maybe I could have done a little better in some areas over here. I still think I probably could have done a better matching job there. Alright, but again, that straight line is no longer there. Alright, so now I can go ahead and save this. Alright, I'm going to save this. I've already saved one. I'll call this Seamless Stone Texture. Okay, and there we go. We can now use this as a seamless material. And what it's going to end up looking like is this. Okay, so you can see here, this is the non-seamless one. This is the one that was really just this file right here. Okay, and this is the one that I've just fixed. It's the seamless one. And if you look, when it repeats, take a look. Okay, in this non-seamless one, you could really see the seam right there. You could really see where it starts and stops. Okay, but look at this. Okay, this is the non-seamless one. You could see how nicely that it continues across. Okay, you can't see that seam there. All right, so when you are creating, again, texture maps, it's very important that we create these seamless texture maps. Okay, again, using Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so that we don't have that apparent straight line seam throughout our material.